Okay, let's dive straight into an incredible, entirely hidden, 100% free AI tech stack that can literally replace all your expensive software subscriptions. We're going to map out an ecosystem built by Google that honestly most people just don't know exists, but it holds the power to fundamentally change exactly how you work, how you learn, and how you create. Look, ask yourself this. Why on earth are you paying for a dozen siloed premium tools when you might already have access to a fully interconnected ecosystem for absolutely nothing? Right now, we're kind of trained to think that high-end AI capabilities, things like coding full apps, generating cinematic video, or completely automating our marketing, require multiple costly subscriptions. We piece together different software and just cross our fingers that it all connects. But as we're going to unpack today, that's just no longer the case.
It's really like night and day. On one hand, you've got the fragmented, expensive way of doing things, and on the other, a completely unified, free stack. Everything we are about to explore connects seamlessly, and, obviously the best part, it won't cost you a single dime to get started.
So, here is our roadmap for today's builder journey. We'll start by mastering research and learning, then we'll build apps without any coding, move on to automating your marketing campaigns, and finally, we'll step into the AI film studio.
All right, phase 1, master research and learning. Whether you're a student, an analyst, or a startup founder, the way you process complex information is about to get a massive upgrade.
There's this tool called NotebookLM. You literally just drop in a single source, say a really dense strategy PDF about Tesla's 2026 robotics pivot, and it automatically generates all of these formats. And the best part? It's completely grounded. No AI hallucinations. It reads exactly what you feed it. You can instantly spin up a deep research report, a clickable mind map, or a presenter-ready slide deck. Actually, get this, you can even prompt it to generate a debate-style audio podcast where two AI hosts argue about your uploaded document. And they can do it in fluent German, Hindi, Spanish, or English. It can even whip up an animated papercraft-style video explaining the core concepts.
So the whole point here is efficiency. Tools like Learn Your Way have actually been proven to increase a student's knowledge retention by 11% compared to your standard run-of-the-mill textbooks. That is a massive leap for a tool that is completely free. We all learn differently, right? Some visually, some audibly, and just reading a block of text doesn't work perfectly for everyone.
It achieves that 11% boost by dynamically rebuilding educational content. So if you have a totally dry psychology chapter, it adapts it to match your personal learning style perfectly. It transforms that static text into a conversational audio lesson you can just listen to on your commute, or maybe a 25-slide narrated presentation, or an interactive mind map that lets you drill right down into specific concepts like innate behaviors without ever having to reread the entire book.
Moving right along to phase 2, build apps without coding.
This is where things get really wild. Google AI Studio basically acts as a quiet back room housing all these incredible models in one single place. By simply typing a paragraph in plain English, you can literally prompt a working Spotify-style app called MuseQuest. You just describe what you want, say, a music discovery app with a personality quiz and a custom dashboard, and it writes the code. And even crazier, by tapping into the Laia 3 model, this app actually composes its own original synthwave music in real time when you hit play. Seriously, you didn't upload a single MP3. It generates the music entirely on the fly.
Now, if you need a user interface, a tool called Google Stitch follows a super simple workflow. You give it a reference, maybe you want a multi-screen clone of a food delivery app like Zomato, and you tell it to make the vibe modern and edgy. Boom, it instantly designs a clickable prototype. You can actually see the food categories, the cart, the live delivery map. Then you just export it straight to AI Studio, and it becomes a functioning, coded product.
And for workflow automation, Opal is an absolute game changer. It lets you act as an elite B2B tech strategist. Let's say you build an automated machine that researches companies, like the coffee brand Blue Tokai, and generates custom hyper-personalized pitch pages in seconds. It analyzes their business model, realizes they rely heavily on subscriptions, and instantly drafts an email pitching a WhatsApp integration to manage those exact subscriptions. You set the logic up once, and it just runs continuously in the background.
All right, phase 3, automate your marketing campaigns. With the apps built, we need to get some eyeballs on them. Inside Gemini, you can create what are called gems. This is essentially giving yourself a dedicated AI employee that knows your brand inside and out. Instead of typing out a repetitive prompt every single day, you set up a gem once. You feed it your brand voice, upload your core research PDFs, tell it exactly what its job is, and from that moment on, it executes flawlessly.
It's an elite, hyper-focused employee that literally never asks for a vacation.
Check out how this sequence builds a complete Nike launch campaign for urban India. Using deep research, it pinpoints the market gap, a mid-range shoe tailored for a 30-minute 5K runner. Then, using the Nano Banana model, it generates a hyper-realistic wet street night running poster. Your gem steps in to write partnership emails pitching the Pegasus 41 shoe to local influencers. And finally, using scheduled actions, it automatically posts daily campaign updates to your socials while you are fast asleep.
To scale this marketing even further, there's a tool called Pomeli. It uses an engine that instantly extracts your business DNA straight from your existing website, or even just from a few uploaded product photos. It automatically pulls your exact hex colors, your typography, your tone of voice, and even writes a perfectly aligned tagline.
What's truly mind-blowing here is how Pomeli manages your entire campaign lifecycle. It can take a massive global brand like H&M, or even a fictional handcrafted Jaipur jewelry shop called Gulabi that only has a couple of reference photos and instantly generate studio-quality product photo shoots featuring AI models. It can build a highly converting website draft in 60 seconds flat. And its ultimate superpower? It pushes those custom ad creatives straight into your live Google Ads account.
Finally, Phase 4, we are stepping into the most advanced capability, the AI Film Studio.
At the very heart of this film studio is the Omni model. This is Google's multimodal powerhouse. It can seamlessly transition an animated plush toy scene right into a photorealistic stadium shot, complete with real-looking players and falling confetti, all in one continuous video purely from a text prompt. It intuitively understands the physics of lighting, camera movement, and even text rendering.
But here is the absolute best part of this workflow: the cost efficiency. It takes 0 credits and exactly $0 to generate unlimited character and location concept images inside Google Flow. You only use credits when you generate the final moving video. That means you can spend hours perfectly crafting your characters and environments without spending a single cent.
To create a truly professional film, let's say a 60-second Cartier spot featuring a panther cub wandering through a grand Parisian library, you have to follow this exact sequence to maintain flawless visual consistency across every single frame. First, you talk to the AI agent director to plan the shots. Then, you generate and lock your character, the panther cub. Next, you lock your location, the library. Only once those two are locked do you generate the storyboard. Trust me, if you skip this, your character is going to look completely different in shot 1 compared to shot 4.
By utilizing these 5 core prompting blocks, which come directly from Google DeepMind's official guide, you gain absolute directorial control of the model's output. You don't just say, hey, make a cool video. No, you dictate if it's a wide-angle dolly zoom. You specify if the lighting is crisp and ethereal or warm and intimate. You command exactly what the character is doing. Mastering these 5 blocks is the real secret to turning generic AI output into true cinematic art. I think this quote perfectly sums up the massive paradigm shift we've explored today. You are no longer just an individual, you are a fully equipped agency. Think about it. With this free stack, you have an elite research analyst in NotebookLM, a senior developer in AI Studio, a creative director in Pomeli, and a master cinematographer in Google Flow.
So now that you hold the keys to this hidden, entirely free ecosystem, the barriers to entry are just completely gone. You don't need a massive budget, and you certainly don't need to know how to code. The only question that remains for you is, what incredible idea are you going to bring to life today?